Welcome to Episode 2 of Spiceworks Live. Today, focus your tickets with 6.2. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Spiceworks Live. My name is Elise. I'm in marketing here at Spiceworks, and you are tuning into Spiceworks Live. This is a live webcast from Spiceworks here in Austin, and what we're doing is we're bringing you all of the latest and greatest that's in the new beta release of Spiceworks 6.2, which is our new product release. And today, we're going to be doing an in-depth interview on all of the cool new help desk features in 6.2 that will help you focus your tickets as an IT pro. We'll also have a live demo of some of those features so you can get a sneak peek of all the cool stuff that's in the beta. And following that, we're going to do, as we usually do, a live Q&A. So send in your questions using the social stream underneath the player window, and we'll be answering all your questions live and giving away a cool set of Spiceworks sunglasses, which I did not remember to wear, but are really very cool and not available in stores anywhere. So you'll be one of the first and only people to own one if you send in your questions. So be sure to do that. And without any further ado, on to the in-depth interview with Caroline and Matt. Good morning, guys.
Good morning. Thanks, Elise. So, hey guys, I'm Caroline, and I'm in the IT marketing team here. And I'm here with Matt from our developer team. Hello, Matt.
Hey,
how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing good.
Good. Well, before we get into 6.2 and talk about the great new features that you guys have put into the beta for testing, tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right. I've been a Spice worker since this February, and I've had the chance to work on some cool stuff. I worked on updating the software page for 6.0, and I've got some new features in the help desk for 6.2.
Oh, wonderful. Now, I noticed on our Spiceworks.com Meet the Team page, you did not have a quick fact associated with your profile. So do you mind sharing a quick fact with us here live on the air?
Sure thing. Well, I'm an avid potter, and I have handmade most and soon to be all of the dishes in my kitchen.
Oh, that's great. That's a good Christmas gift for some of us who maybe don't have a lot of dishware, just FYI.
Good to know.
Exactly. Well, let's go ahead and get into 6.2. Can you tell us a little bit about some of the features that we've added to 6.2 to help users focus their tickets?
Sure, I can show you.
Oh, even better.
All right. Well, one of the new things in 6.2 is a new user role called Help Desk Tech. So here I'm looking at the people view for Rex Smith, and as you can see, his role is set to the new role, Help Desk Tech. And what that means is that he will have a focused view of the help desk with only the tickets that are assigned to him.
Okay.
So I'll come over here to my help desk, and I'll assign a new ticket over to Rex. And so now if we go to Rex's view, we'll see right now there's nothing, but when I refresh the page, now that ticket I assigned has shown up.
Oh, great. So I also noticed that Rex isn't seeing the masthead with the inventory or purchasing. He's only seeing those tickets assigned to him. Is that right?
That's right.
Great. So he can really focus on just his tickets. Sounds good. Well, why don't you walk us through some of the labor features in the new version?
Absolutely. So over here at the top of the ticket view, there's now a new tab for labor. I'll go over to that. And I can add time here like I could in 6.0, but I also can associate that with what user inputted. So if I'll add 1 hour for Rex, you can see that the time has been incremented for him. And I can also go over here, add an hour for Carolyn. And you'll see her time has been updated too. And these are kept separate, so you can see the amount of time that Rex has spent and the amount of time that Carolyn has spent.
I like my rate. It's looking pretty good in there. So where do we set that rate?
Sure. If you're over here in the help desk, you can go to the help desk settings page, and you'll see there a section to set the billing rate for each user in the help desk.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, well, why don't you walk us through the last new feature we're going to talk about today, the new knowledge base integration with User Portal.
All right. Well, this is really cool. If you come to the knowledge base page, we have a new option here in Share, where you can share with your user portal. So I'll go ahead and share this article. And now if I come over here to the user portal and start typing something in the summary here, you'll see that all the related articles to this summary will show up in the bottom section.
Oh, that's great.
So if users have a repeated something that you get a lot of tickets on, if you go ahead and create a knowledge base article for that, then users can find the help themselves.
Oh, that's great. I think this is, I don't know why, but this is my favorite new feature. I think this is really cool. And hopefully users will start reading these knowledge-based articles instead of hitting that submit button and save everybody a little bit of time. That'd be
Absolutely.
great. Perfect. Well, thanks for walking us through these features. Can you tell us a little bit about how you guys came up with the idea to do these features in particular?
Sure. All of these features are things that we've gotten feature requests for from the community. And I'd also like to point out one of the really cool things about the ticket time feature. We've had a lot of users that have wanted this, and some even have posted in Extending Spiceworks about trying to add this feature for themselves. So we knew it was something that we'd like to share with everyone.
Oh, that's great. So we're really out there. We're listening to what people post out in the community and also in the feature request page and spicing up. So that's really important that our users get out there and let us know what they want, because it looks like we're listening and we're adding it in. Great. Well, last question before we take it back to Elise. Any big catches or feedback you've seen so far in the 6.2 beta group since we released this new version?
Yeah. We got a post from community member Andre Lodigan about changing the labor rate. So right now, if you change the labor rate, it does not affect tickets that were tracked before that. And maybe that's the right thing to do, maybe it's not. If you've got an opinion about that, give us some feedback. We'd love to hear it.
Great.
We've also got another gotcha I'd like to share, and with that feature, we've changed the database around a little bit. And so that's broken some of the SQL reports from before 6.2.
Okay, great. And people can find that information out in the group, so they'll know about those gotchas and they won't get caught up in them as well, right?
Absolutely.
Great. Well, so again, it's really important that you join the group, get in the know on what's happening in the 6.2 beta, and that's always the first place where we're going to post the new beta or any new information we have. So with that, thank you so much, Matt, for coming in and showing us all these great new features. We're really excited, and we hope to get a lot of feedback.
Thanks, Carolyn.
Great, thanks.
Great.
And with that, back to Elise.
Great, thanks guys. So hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did. I haven't seen a lot of those in action, so that was pretty cool to see the demo. So I've seen some good questions already coming in, so keep those coming, and we're going to go to a live Q&A here in a little bit where we'll have a couple of people taking those questions live, and we will be giving away some sunglasses. One of the questions that I saw come in was about last week's sunglasses, or actually it would have been 2 weeks ago, our last live stream. So totally my bad. I have not yet sent those sunglasses out. You're on the list, and I have an intern who's going to help me send those out this week. So do not fret. You will be getting sunglasses if you had your questions answered live last week. And I've got a big list. I'm going to get those out, and I'll go ahead and put the users who get their questions answered today on that same list. So I'll be getting those out. Do not fear. A couple of other quick updates on my end. So Caroline and Matt mentioned the importance of joining the group and getting involved with the beta that way. The other really cool way to get involved is through beta contests. So we're going to have a couple different contests going during the beta that will reward users for getting involved with the beta process, with the release in terms of testing, and helping us test those features and make sure that they're doing what you need them to do, basically. And one of those contests is the Beta Tester of the Week. So every week we're going to be naming one beta tester winner. Beta Tester of the Week. It's very exciting, and that person will be getting some really cool prizes. And that award is really for the person who contributes the most in the group, so in terms of discussions and helping out and giving us feedback and just kind of overall contributions to the beta. We'll have a second contest for the Beta Bug Spotter of the Week. Again, this will be a weekly thing all throughout the course of the beta, and this will go to the person who has identified the most bugs every week. So both of these, really fun ways to get involved. You'll be testing out the features, which is good for you, great for us. You'll win some cool prizes, some great swag. So win-win all around, and I'll have some posts up in the 6.2 group with more details around those. So check that out. And one last PSA. We really would love to capture users live talking about 6.2 and what they're most excited about. And so what we want to try to do is have some Skype interviews. And so if you're willing to talk to us over Skype, 10, 15 minutes tops, and let us know what you're most excited about. Give us some kind of testimonials about 6.2. That will also give you a chance. I want to give some really cool swag to some people that help me out doing that, just 8 to 10 people. And we're going to try to do that on November 29th. So look for that post, and if you're interested, just chime in and let me know. And that would really help us a lot. So, All right, so with that, I will stop talking and we'll move right on into the live Q&A. Don't forget to send your questions in, and especially around help desk and 6.2, so we can get the experts to answer them live. Speaking of experts, Gretler and Stephen Chudley.
One
Hello,
expert
guys.
and
Hello.
me. How you doing, Jeff G, sysadmin? This week we have developer, Chud the Stud, Stephen Chudley.
Hello. It's good
How's
to
it
be
going,
back.
man?
Pretty good.
Ready to answer some
So,
questions?
Yeah, ready to answer some questions live. It's always a big adventure. But before we do that, I thought we might have a question for you guys to give a little feedback.
Turn the tables.
Yeah, exactly. Spice it up. So one of our goals for the 6.2 release is to improve ticket SLA coverage or support for that. So if you work in an environment where you have to, or you'd like to guarantee a certain amount of response time or responsiveness on your tickets, we want to help you guys with that a little bit better than we have. So my question for you is, do you work in an environment that has some SLAs that you deal with? If you could describe what those are and give us a little bit of detail about them. And then if you have any suggestions on how Spiceworks can help you with that, let us know. And you can either post your suggestions in the area below here somewhere, and we'll be picking one of the users who gives a suggestion. I think we'll get a pair of Spiceworks sunglasses. And then if you feel like you need to have a little bit more discussion about that, go ahead and feel free to join the 6.2 beta group, and you can post your thread there.
Nice. That's the whole symbiotic relationship that Spiceworks has with you.
Exactly.
You know, you're going to help make us make things better for you. Help us help you help us.
Help.
Just, it's a circle, sacred geometry. It never stops. All right, let's get right to the questions. First question, MKL147, how do I become a beta user?
So that's a great question. So we have a 6.2 beta group in the community right now. I believe if you just search for 6.2 beta, you should be able to find that group. Definitely join the group. And then there'll be a post in there about where you can download the beta. And make sure you read the instructions as far as we don't want people using it in their production environment. So just make sure you understand what you're getting into with the beta. You may have some issues there. I just want to be real clear on that. So yeah, definitely we need all the help we can get, and we're still, like I said, open to suggestions on how to improve or maybe modify some of the features that we already have out there. So just let us know.
Awesome. All right, JLP0604, how do I remove time in the ticket? We used to be able to do this by hitting edit.
So yeah, I believe we maybe did not allow the edit function right now, but that's something that will be going in there. We're going to allow you to change the time that you've worked on a ticket and after the fact, I guess. But one of the things is that when you're working on a ticket, we kind of consider it like a permanent record. So we don't allow, for example, deleting comments, at least unless you have to install a plugin for that. But we also don't allow deleting time that you've spent. So, yeah.
Awesome. All right, reality check user. Can help desk text write KB articles?
So right now, I think that we have a wall between the help desk techs and the help desk only role, or the help desk admin, that they do not have access to the knowledge base. And the reason that we did that is that we have not quite built in the integration between the help desk that we wanted to have between the help desk and the knowledge base. And so once we have that in there, we'll allow that sort of interaction. But for right now, it's just disabled.
Yeah. All right, cool. Next question from Martin Hazel. Are there any plans to introduce SSO to the user portal to encourage users to use it?
I actually thought that was a configuration option. Isn't there a way to redirect to HTTPS? Okay, well, so Dave is in the background. He's helping me out with this. So he's working on some single sign-on stuff right now for authentication. So yeah, I hope that answers the question.
All right. Let's see, from El Cadell. That's no way that I pronounced that correctly. Does 6.2 include parent and child tickets?
6.2 includes just the feature that has the dupe ticket. So No, we don't have like the parent-child relationship in there. That was something that we tossed around, and it's a feature request we've seen. Definitely go vote up the feature request. But for right now, all you have is like you have the single ticket where you can merge duplicate tickets in. But I know that's not quite exactly the relationship you're looking for. But it's definitely something that's on the roadmap. So we'll see when that gets in there.
All right, keep the questions coming. We got a lot of good questions. I'm trying to keep up. Dan K75, are you able to link to your own KB off a SharePoint intranet site?
So the way that the KB links work is that if it's a public article, it's available immediately from the portal, and you can go into the knowledge base and under the sharing option. I wish I could do a little demo, but under the sharing option, you should be able to get like a URL that will show you the link to the portal link, so then you can post that on your SharePoint.
Cool. Jump over to SLA from James Young 300. What can you tell about the SLA reporting?
So I guess he's asking about what we're building so far. So what we're trying to do is, first of all, we have this idea of a ticket becomes stale when an admin hasn't, I guess, replied back to the user within a certain amount of time. So we're creating a new type of ticket monitor that will apply to tickets where if a ticket hasn't had an admin response within a certain amount of time, and that's configurable, it'll send out an email to alert the admin that that ticket possibly needs to be responded to. And we're also doing something like that for tickets that are coming close to their due date. So I think right now in the help desk, the due date is a date, but we're trying to extend that to actually have a time support so that you can say this ticket is due by noon today. And then you can also set up a monitor for that will say, basically, this ticket is coming up, it's going to be due in 2 hours. And so it'll send you an email and send you an alert on that. As well as we're trying to come prepackaged with some views about tickets that are alerted or that are needing attention. And so I think that's most of the stuff that we have going right now.
All right, and just remind you guys, tomorrow it is at 10 a.m. There's a KB webinar, so if you want to see more stuff relating to this, tune in for sure.
Oh, I should add, that's not yet in the beta. So if you download the first beta, that's not in there, but that'll be coming in a future beta. So.
All right, cool. Well, here's a good question from Andy Devo. Gretler, are you serious with that shirt? Yes, I'm serious, and don't call me Shirley. All right, next question from Marcus Bryan. Can we restrict the view to labor costs? I think we touched on that a little bit in the demo.
Yeah, so I guess you're saying, I'm not sure, are you asking to build views based on the cost of labor?
That's what it sounds like, just to restrict the view just by labor costs.
The only thing I can say is maybe if you can generate reports, maybe you're asking for some kind of reporting user that just wants to view the cost of a ticket, and that would be a good place to go to the reporting feature and generate your basically your billing reports there. So.
All right, cool. Let's see, from DSPIR, I can't even spell when I read, that's awesome. Will there ever be a fully customizable user portal such as HTML and CSS editing?
Yeah, actually, we definitely, the portal is something that we built a while back, and we definitely have a goal to improve that. It's probably not going to be in 6.2, just too many other features that we're working on currently, but that's definitely something that we're very interested in. I know I've worked in I'm mainly a help desk developer, so I feel the pain on looking at that portal every day. I think it could be improved quite a bit, so yeah.
It's always improving.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Nick Maynard wants to know, can we add notes on tickets only visible for techs?
Can we add notes on tickets? Yes.
That are just for help desk techs?
Yeah, so any admin can still look at a tech's tickets. It's mainly more about restricting the tech to only see their specific tickets. Those tickets are still available for other admin to look at, comment on, and everything that you can do with the ticket.
All right, let's see what else we got here. From Jay Fanoof, has there been any changes to the help desk email administration granularity, specifically with the help desk tech role?
So yeah, I believe you're asking about the notifications, help desk ticket notifications. I don't think we have a separate category of notifications for help desk techs right now. We have a lot of feature requests and things that we can improve, hopefully, about the notification system. I know it's not very granular right now. That's something we've been thinking about for a while. It's just a little bit complicated. We have so many different roles in the app and so many actions that happen on a ticket that it gets pretty complicated. We're trying to keep it simple as possible. So no, we don't have specific notifications only on the tech role.
All right, cool. Question from Mercury DTSI. What are the features or settings for email notifications for the new tech role?
I'm sorry, what was that?
For the new features and settings for the email notifications for the new help desk tech role.
I think I just answered that. Yeah, we don't have specific email settings for the help desk tech role.
All right, cool. Let's see. MB Joe, is there a way to search KB articles from within the help desk?
So that was part of the help desk integration that we definitely wanted to try to do to improve. We know it's a little bit limited right now, but you can search within the knowledge base itself. It should be available from the navigation bar at the top. If you just hover over it, go to the knowledge base, you can search for the article there. You can always insert a help desk link or a knowledge base link into a help desk ticket. It's just not as automated and as easy as we like it to be. Right now, it's a little bit more of a manual process. You have to go search for the article and then insert it into the ticket.
All right, cool. Jay Newland, will 6.2 have any timestamps when adding time to a ticket and relate that time to the tech?
So there is a plugin in the community right now that tries to do this time spent on a ticket based on when a comment was left. And so that was actually part of what we were trying to address here, is that doesn't exactly work if you're not working on that ticket the entire time between your last comment or whatever. So basically that's why we have the ability to add time spent per admin, and you can associate multiple admin with time spent on a single ticket. So hopefully that'll address that need.
All right, cool. Let's see, we're starting to wind down here. Let's see if we can get one more question in here. All right, last question from mcandy8678. Can you refer a ticket to a supervisor for approval without changing the assigned tech?
No, well, you can reassign a ticket multiple times. There's no real pending status for a ticket right now. That's another thing that we've had feature requests on, and so we're looking at a good way to do that. But there's no support for that right now.
All right. Well, that's all the questions we have time for. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. You got great questions as usual. We try to. If you have any more questions, definitely get in there, join the group, and just keep the questions coming, and we'll keep the answers coming because that's what we do. All right. And with that, I'm going to pass the pad back to Caroline and Elise.
Cool. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Jeff and Steven, and thanks all of you for sending your questions in. All of you who heard your names will get the really cool Spiceworks sunglasses. And the other person who will receive some cool sunglasses is the Gadget for a suggestion about or comment about the SLA. Possibly auto email critical tickets list report daily or email by ATA. Awesome. So you will go on the list as well, the Gadget. And thanks to everyone for sending those in.
Great, and you guys remember to get into the 6.2 group, join the group. That's where we're going to post the newest information about the betas. That's where you'll hear as soon as we release a new beta, and put in your comments, put in your feedback. We're listening, and as Jeff said, help us, help you, help us, symbiotic. So
virtuous cycle.
Exactly.
It's
beautiful.
It never ends, really.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome.
Great.
I'm so happy to have Caroline just standing here helping me just do this. So much fun. And we always dress the same. It's
We color coordinate.
We will be back, the two of us, with all new stuff. In 2 weeks, we're going to take a break for Thanksgiving, but we'll be back on November 28th with all new stuff about 6.2. So tune in, bookmark spiceworkslive.com, and you can also check out this recording on that same page. So we will see you all later. Have a great Thanksgiving, everyone.
Happy
Peace
holiday.
out. Happy holidays.